Hey guys, welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here and being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the politics and BS. I didn't even have the mood to do any music because I talked about this a little bit before, but I want to just go a little bit deeper and share other people's thoughts about Stephen A. Smith, and a lot of people are saying that the A stands for ASS hole because what he did is just disgusting when it comes to not going on Fox News. Listen, to be honest with you, a lot of people have been saying that the A stands for agent when it comes to Stephen A. Smith for a long time as well, not just because of politics, but because of a lot of things that he has said that people have found problematic, that he has said that was controversial about people who are in sports. And he's come back and made retractions and how he's gone in on a lot of the players that have the same amount of melanin that he does. But then when it was someone else that is less melanated that has done some things that have been problematic, he has not said anything or called them out in the way that he would do to the people that look like him. So it's not about just him going on Fox News, but it's about him going on a network that is seen as propaganda. Fox News was sued for so many lies, won, and also settled for almost billions of dollars. Like, that's just the low that they will go to say things that are not true. So to have Stephen A. Smith come on the network to say the things that he said, to make it seem like black people are rooting for Donald Trump because he's got problems just like us, which is extremely offensive, because if the definition of privilege does not put this man's face in the dictionary at some point next to privilege at some point, then somebody needs to get on that and make it happen ASAP. Because the things that he's doing right now, the things that he has been charged with, if the former president that he was elected after, which was Obama, if he had been accused of a fraction, a small percentage of what this man was charged with, we already know where he would be right now. We already know where he would be. If President Barack Obama had done the things that he had done, and he was going on social media blasting the judges, blasting the judges' families, he was found in contempt, he was gagged, and a gag order was issued, and he still was out here doing the things that he was doing and saying the things that he was saying, even after a gag order was issued, Barack Obama would be in jail. They're not going to put Donald Trump in jail. I don't even believe they're going to put him in jail, even if he's found guilty and he's convicted on every single count that he has been charged with. So for Stephen A. Smith to go on this propaganda network to say that black people are rooting for him and relate to him because of his criminal indictments, it's not the truth. It's his stupid opinion. You know what they say about opinions? Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has them, and a lot of them stink. And his definitely stinks. So for him to say it's the truth, it's a lie. And I'm angry about that because, listen, if people want to vote this man in office again, that's on them. For me, it's not a Republican or a Democrat thing. This man, I believe, is a sociopath. That's my personal opinion. Nobody's going to take that away from me. That's how I feel. And I'm not saying that he is the worst person in the world. He's kind of, getting up there. But if there were all of these things that were charged against someone that did not look like Donald Trump, they would not be getting the privilege. They would not be getting the outs. They would not be getting all of the chances after chances after chances that this man is getting. He is almost 80 and he has never been held accountable for anything that he has done. So to say that the Black community relates to him, it's not true. Tell me what Black man is his age that has been able to do the things that he has done and has been able to live the type of life that he has lived and be a free man. Like, are you kidding me? It's not true.
Look at polls are always broken down demographically, and you see this major erosion in the Democratic base for Biden. African Americans, Hispanic Americans, young people. And if Donald Trump can hold on to 5, 10, 15% of the numbers that he has now, he will win the next election. Why is that happening? That's my question.
As much as people may have been abhorred by Donald Trump's statement weeks ago, talking about how black folks, he's hearing that black folks find him relatable because what he's going through is similar to what Black Americans have gone through. He wasn't lying. He was telling the truth.
It's not the truth. This man has said a lot of things that were not true. And him saying that I'm hearing that the blacks, they're relating to me more because of my criminal prosecutions. Who told him that? Nobody told him that. He said it. And when he said it, the people who, yes, master, kissing the ring, bowing down, worshiping him, they agree with him. But nobody told him that. You better believe nobody ever told him that. He says a lot of nothing, and the people that follow him, they take it and run with it. But it's not that anyone came to him and gave him that information. So it's not true.
When you see the law enforcement, the court system, and everything else being exercised against him, it is something that black folks throughout this nation can relate to with some of our historic, iconic figures. We've seen that happen throughout society.
Who the hell is he talking about? O.J. Simpson? Which people to this day are still saying that he did it. Like, seriously. And listen, I wasn't there. I don't know if he did it or not. But I'm just saying, who is he talking about? Our iconic historical figures that have been in the same position as Donald Trump for paying off porn stars to cover up hush money, thinking that this may destroy my campaign. I don't want this to get out, so let's just pay her to shut up. When did any black iconic historical figure ever do that? Inflate his assets so that he could get fraudulent bank loans. When did any black historical figure do that? You know, like, he's just saying a bunch of nothing.
So no matter what race, what ethnicity you may emanate from, we relate to you when you're suffering like that because we know we have.
What the hell is he suffering from? This creep was arrested in Fulton County, okay? Turned himself in, was released immediately, did not spend 1 minute behind bars. And there are people who have been locked up down there that don't look like Donald Trump that are still locked up, okay, because they can't afford bail. Tell me what black iconic historical figure had that option, had that opportunity, had that privilege, and to boot was able to put their mugshot on t-shirts and go out there and sell them and make a profit off of it.
And that's what he articulated. As unpopular as it was, as much as we didn't like to hear it, it's the truth.
See, okay, and I'm going to stop it right there because I'm not going to play anymore. Stephen A. Smith, what he's sounding like right now on Fox News, have you ever been to a church where a black preacher is preaching and they're just making these grunt noises? And if you really were to sit and listen and not get caught up in the emotions of the moment and the other people around who might be, yes, pastor, preach. You better preach that word. And he really ain't saying nothing. He's just making a bunch of noise and sounding like a black preacher, I guess, is supposed to sound like, versus actually sitting underneath someone that's literally teaching and you're listening, you're hearing the words, and you can tell if what the person is saying is BS or not versus just getting caught up in the emotions of someone speaking like they're really feeling what they're saying. So you better, if you've ever been to a black church and the preacher is preaching like that and it gets a little quiet, it's like, y'all don't hear me? I'm up in here by myself. Y'all better say amen. You better clap for the word. And it's like, you ain't really saying nothing. And that's what Stephen A. Smith is doing right now. Him speaking the way that he's speaking, but nothing that he's saying is facts. It's all stupid, idiotic opinions of his. Black community relating to Donald Trump and his criminal indictments is absolutely not true. Listen, I'm just gonna read some comments. Someone said, he is not speaking for me. I do not relate to Donald Duck. Another one says, I'm so tired of people who put blacks in a negative light. We are grounded professionals, classy, intelligent, fashion forward, leading the pack in entertainment, music, and culture, country sensation. Another one says, not all blacks won. I have never been in any criminal activities too. The Don and I have no related experiences. Another one says, so when did he become the voice of black people? Another one says, in all caps, Stephen does not speak for me, 4 exclamation marks. Another one says, I can't relate. I don't have a record. None of my siblings and cousins have records. Y'all for the streets, not us. There's a lot of us that can't relate to these glorified struggles. Our daddies were there and we wasn't out in the streets. Next. Another one says, no, sir. In the case of black people, it is us mostly racially motivated and largely falsehoods being told. With Trump, he actually did those things, e.g., pay a prostitute, look for votes, instigate January 6th, and the list goes on. So no, sir, sometimes it's okay to be quiet. Another one says, let's not speak for us. A former billionaire who's mad because his actions caught up to him? Nah, I can't relate. Another one says, so black folks can relate to this clown because of his indictments, but ignore the fact that black people would have never been able to see the light of day with these charges. There is no comparison. Stop feeding into this BS and showing ignorance. Another one says, Stephen A. tap dances for them just like Charlemagne and Candace and Omarosa. Go watch at Roland Martin on YouTube. Pick these lies apart with data and facts, which is what news reporting should be. And you all who have been listening, you know that I already shared that. So that's actually very true. And I 100% agree with that comment, as well as the other ones that I just shared with you guys. Another one says, there is no black man or woman facing criminal charges that would be able to talk about a judge, jury, and potential witnesses like T. Rump does. Any black person facing those charges would be under the jail waiting for the court cases. And this is exactly my point. What he has said and done, especially going on Fox News, not just sitting on his own YouTube channel, his own podcast, whatever, his own platform, and saying this stuff and them playing a clip or a few clips from his show. But no, he went on Fox News to say this. So this is why a lot of people feel like he is an agent. Definitely an agent of chaos. This, what he has said and done, it's just disgusting. And for anyone that wants to try to say, well, what do you want? Do you want crooked Joe Biden? Do we want to be on the Democratic plantation? Don't come at me with that bull crap, because the fact of the matter is none of those parties are perfect. None of them are. But to me, this isn't about the parties anymore, because have you seen how many Republicans have defected from the Republican Party? How many Republicans who actually have been serving in the Congress and Senate who have decided not to run for re-election, who have been in there for years, and now all of a sudden they want to retire? It's because it's not the same. This is completely different. And everything with T. Rump is about him. It has nothing to do with anyone else. Even people who have been on his team before, when they started to see the light of day and they don't want to be a part of it anymore, he comes out and bashes them. They weren't loyal. They were this, they were that, they were a fraud, they were trash. It's always something negative about the people who used to be on his team that are no longer on his team anymore, or who used to root for him, or who used to support him, and now they've turned the tide, and now they're the problem. It's always somebody else. It's never him. But that's what people who are narcissistic and have those psychopathic tendencies, they do that type of stuff. This is absolutely disgusting what Stephen did, and I highly doubt he's going to come out and apologize for it. I highly doubt he's going to even come out and try to explain the situation away. But if he does, we'll be on it. But I just wanted to share it with you guys and get your thoughts and opinions. You can do so in the comment section respectfully. Thanks so much for being here, for liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.